So are you guys new players to Fortnite, or maybe just maybe you're fucking OG players coming back and looking to get back into the game? Now that OG Fortnite is back out and shit like that. But then it just hits you. You can't fucking build. Well, guess what? I got 5 things to help you improve at no build. I say that again, no build. Let me say that again. No build. No build. That's right. How to get better at no build mode. I got you with 5 simple tips right here. Alright, tip number 1, positioning. Alright, this includes terrain features, cover, buildings, route planning. Alright, you gotta know where you're at and be aware of where you're at the whole time, guys. Come on, you guys gotta be aware of the cover around you. This is no build. Remember, you can't just build cover for you. You gotta be looking for cover constantly. Every time you're moving around, you got to be thinking, all right, if I get attacked right now, where am I going to go? I'm going to dip behind this tree, this rock, this car, whatever it might be. You want to be around cover because that's what's going to save your life at the end of the day. So here's an example of me using cover to my advantage. Look at me. I'm taking snipes from cover. Alright, I'm inside a building. I'm barely exposing myself as little as possible so that he has less of a window to be able to hit his shots on me. And look at that. I'm fucking taking the advantage, just popping some shots here, and shortly after, look what happens. Boom, I kill him, right? But then boom, someone pushes me. Gotta be aware, right? Boom, I use cover to my advantage. He thinks he has the jump on me, but guess what? No. I heard him coming, and I used the building to my advantage because fuck that guy. Here is another example of me using my cover to my advantage. As you can see right here, I take the shot because I have the high ground. Alright? When you have the advantage, you need to be aggressive. You need to be assertive. You gotta say, fuck you, this is my game. So you take the initiative. You take the shots first. And look at that. Just because you kill somebody doesn't mean you have to run after them and get their loot. Because look what happened. Someone else pushes thinking he can third party me. But guess what? That's not going to happen because I'm the better player. Now look at this. Because I didn't push for the loot, I still have height advantage. This guy thinks he can snipe me, so we have a little bit, a little bit of a 1v1 off right here. Yeah, you know how it is, right? And, I should have hit that shot, by the way. I don't know why that didn't happen. The game hates me. But then look at this. I push him, and I keep the cover. He misses his RPG because of how crucial that cover was. And look at this. I fucking win the fight because I'm the better player. That's the mentality you have to have. Here's an example of what not to do. Don't do this. Look at me. I'm healing out in the open behind no cover. Look what happens. I get butt fucked. Look at that. Don't do that. Get behind cover in a safe place where you can properly take your time and heal. Alright, tip number 2, rotating tight. Okay, by this I mean you gotta look at the circle. Alright, here's an example right here. Look at the circle. So, I'm staying on the edge. That's a big thing. Staying on the edge of the circle. Why? Because if you're on the edge of the circle, you catch anybody trying to rotate in from the storm. Meaning, you're not in the middle of the fucking map about to get third-partied because all the guys coming in out of, like, for example, here, Fatal Fields. If I was in Tilted right now, and I just went to Tilted from where I'm at and Salty, I'd have guys from fucking Flush Factory, Snobby, Greasy, rotating in from the storm, all converging onto me, causing mayhem. Just a mess, okay? That's not what you want. What you want is you want to stay on the edge. So Salty, from here, I'm going to move to, let's say, retail, maybe Shifty Shafts, right? It's up to your discretion, but stay on the edge of the map. Alright, so this is what I mean by rotating tight. You see how we're in retail row right here, okay? Now, take a look at the shape that the storm is causing against the circle right here, against Wailing Woods and Lonely Lodge. Compare that to the other side, between Greasy Grove and Tilted Towers. That's a lot of space, right? Yes, and that's exactly what I mean by rotating tight. You want to be on the smallest slip. I call it the slip of life. You know why? Because when you rotate tight like that, you eliminate the need to cover so much area. You focus on one specific direction while you know that your back is covered because the storm is there. No one's staying in the storm. You just can't do that, right? So if I rotate up to Wailing Woods right now and the storm collapses, all I have to worry about is about what's in front of me and on the sides of me, not about what's behind me. You see, if you run into the mistake of going into, for example, let's say I was, messing around in soccer stadium between Greasy Grove and Tilted Towers, I'd be running the risk of just having to have total 360-degree security at all times, and it just makes it that much harder and that much easier for somebody to third party me, ambush me, whatever the case may be. Now, if you are in the slip of life, as I call it, you don't have to worry about that. Alright, guys, tip number 3, use your guns. By this, I mean use the guns you are most consistent with, because landing shots is the name of the game, alright? Even if it's not a great weapon, don't get so caught up with the rarity of the weapon. Just do you, man. Look at the gun. If it's a gun that you perform well with, use it. Even if there's a statistically better weapon out there, but you don't do as good with it as you do with some other gun, choose the other gun, alright? There's a time and a place to practice to improve with those other guns. But when you're trying to win the game, you need everything on your side, alright? And that means an easy weapon for you. So, go ahead, don't get so caught up on the rarity, choose your guns. Remember, guys, you're in no build. Landing shots is the most essential thing you can do in this game mode, right? Because that's all that matters. Getting the kill, shooting the enemy, and hitting the shots. I can't stress it enough, guys. Accuracy is key, so if you can find a weapon that you're accurate with, by all means, use that weapon. Alright, guys, tip number 4. Stop getting nervous. You need I get it. It happens to me too. Your heart rate goes up, you get nervous, you start getting sweaty, fucking knees weak, spaghetti in your arms. Know what I mean? When you're practicing, right, whether it being creative, which by the way is a great way to get rid of the jitters, man. Go into creative. There's a bunch of 1v1, what do you call them? There's a bunch of 1v1 servers. There's a bunch of fucking 1v1 box fights, all that type of shit. You can find all of that in creative. Get used to fighting. Drop hot, drop tilted every now and then. Get you some of that action, you know what I mean? And when you're playing, this is my personal preference. When I'm not taking it serious and I'm just playing like a practice match, I like to listen to music while I play. Alright? It just takes off the nervousness by such a huge margin, because you're listening to your shit, you're jamming out, and you're just playing, man. You're playing for fun. Get used to that. Get into the top 10, put some Spotify on, and don't worry about whether you win or not, alright? Get used to being in those tough situations where you're in the top 10. And here's a very important thing to remember that's always helped me. Even if you die and you lose a match, at the end of the day, you're going to press ready up and start another one. Alright? It's not the end of the world. You're going to play hundreds, thousands, if not millions of games. Right? It doesn't matter if you fucking lose the one that you're in. Alright? You're in the top 10 and you're like freaking out. Relax. Whether you win or not, you're going to play another one. And then another one after that. And then another one after that. So don't get so hard on yourself because you lose one match. Alright, the last and final tip number 5, take advantage of movement tools. Alright, by this I mean grapplers, rifts, golf carts, all that shit right there where you're like moving fast and being able to travel around the map way faster than if you were just, running with your feet. You'll be rotating faster and beating others to better positioning. You'll get the high ground way quicker than anyone else can, alright? So take advantage of these. It's helpful. Not only can it help you, just get around the map faster, it can help you in the middle of a fight, too. So just remember, when you come across any movement item, whether it be a jetpack, a grappler, maybe shockwave grenades, if you can, pick them up, because it'll only help. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And by the way, I hit 106 subscribers not too long ago. I just want to thank y'all for that. It means a lot. Hopefully I can get it up to 200 now. So, yeah, man, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.